It's a sunny day, and what you're looking at is Santa Monica Beach right here in LA. It's the closest we could find to a real version of new San Vanalona, which is the backdrop for the new Skate 2 game from EA and Black Box. Skate 2 starts you out as this no-name character who has previously had some encounters with the law. You want to start a whole new life though, and your way of doing this is by skateboarding. This means that you get to go around, do a lot of challenges, doing photo shoots, making money, and networking, allowing you to do even bigger challenges and, of course, earning even more money. Now, the word is used way too often, but Skate 1 really was a revolution for the genre, because before that game there had only been the Tony Hawk series, and while that was a really good series, it wasn't really based on reality. Skate was, and with completely amazing controls, you were able to do pretty much what you would do in reality on a skateboard. This being a sequel from EA, you might fear that this is just a case of more of the same, but huge improvements has been added to the game. First and foremost, you can now get off the board and actually run around, and while this is fun in itself, the really clever part is that you can actually just change the environment and move around stuff. Creating your own jumps, challenges, and allowing you to get places that you just couldn't before. Also, more subtlety has been added to the controls, adding even more tricks while not losing any of the finesse. The controls are just as amazing as before, but actually allows you to do even more now. The third thing is the new world, New San Vanalona. New San Vanalona is just a huge proving ground for everyone who just wants to show off their stuff on the skateboard. The world is absolutely enormous, and you might not even see the end of it for years to come if you want to explore everything in it. What you should know about Skate 2 is that it's still a very fun game to play, and Black Box should really be commended for focusing on some of the problems from the first game. But focusing on these problems has unfortunately allowed a couple of new mistakes to appear in the sequel. The teleportation possibilities of you using teleportation from one side of the map to the next doesn't always work. And this means that you have to skate around all over the map, which gets really tedious. Also, there's no reason for your character looking like a character from a PS2 game, especially when the rest of the game looks really good. Lastly, if you really want to, you can of course say about the sequel that it's a sequel that plays it safe. It must be hard for a game developer like Black Box to really make the same kind of revolution they did with the first game, but nonetheless, some will find this a critique. The core of the gameplay is still the controls, and by focusing on emulating weight distribution and foot placement on the dual sticks, EA and Black Box has come up with a system that is far more responsive and realistic than just pushing buttons to do tricks. The controls still work just as good as before, and there's no question that this system will take you a long time to learn and master, but the payoff is that you get the most realistic skateboarding experience in a game ever. The Skate series is still by far the best representation of skateboarding in gaming form, and Skate 2 changes nothing in this regard. However, this is more of an improvement to the series and not to the genre as a whole. And while this may seem like an unfair critique, this is the result of the first game being so good.